Good afternoon. It is October the 3rd, 2016. Time to kick off another trading month. We came in this morning hoping to sell 2160s. We quickly lowered that to 55 to 57. Pulled it down. And the reason for that was we had all this unanswered selling behind us. We started out wanting to buy 50s to 52s, then 45s to 47s. So buy one and buy two both produced profitable trades. Very, very quiet. I mean, we had like 6 to 8 points to deal with. Finally, we get 10 points after that break, but not a lot to work with. On the short side, if you didn't get short before the day session opened, it was hard to get in. Mean green trade, good for a couple. S right here would have been a scratch. Those two B's would have been a plus. Any of these S's right here would have been a plus. Double test right here. This buy would have been a scratch. This retest failure would have been a plus. This buy probably a scratch. Plus 1 to 2. So not a lot to work with. If you sold the opening and hung on, you were short in the 54 area, and we did trade down to 49. So that was a shot for 4 points, and it trades very, very similar to what we have faced all summer long, where you just buy or sell the opening and then be right about the market's direction. No news on tap tomorrow to drive the trading. Germany will be back in, which should help. Inside day, that usually implies a trading range. A resistance held, my guess is we're probably headed for 2140, just because resistance at the 2170 area held, 67 to 70. Looking at a day session split, we've got all this selling behind us. It is leaning B. I've seen stronger B's, but it is leaning B. So right now 54, 56 sell 1, 59, 61 sell 2. On the buy side, 45, 47 is buy 1, but I think we're going for a play below 40, so we'll make 40, 42 by 2. And I think that's what we have a shot at tomorrow. Treasuries went both ways. Were strong early in the morning session and sold in the afternoon. Separated from the E-mini, and you'll find that's generally the case. If the treasuries separate, it's usually they trade inversely to the E-mini, and then they separate after lunch. So that's the proper split: lower high, lower low, weak close. F1 says find a place to sell it. Looking at the F2 screen. Definitely a B, double distribution down, new distribution C. So we've got resistance basically at the buck. So I would like to sell the 3 area, but you can see the last rotate up was 1.5. So sell 31 even, 31.04, sell 1. And then 7 to 11, sell 2. And if the E-mini's selling, we'll be able to sell it at a higher price. If the E-mini's rallying, I might take a 31 to get in. Right now, 25, 29 is support. And then 17 to 21 will be for buy 2. But treasuries look like they're going to try to trade lower. Tensions escalated. Nobody expects the United States to do anything. Mayo's paper tiger has arrived. And Russia and the United States we've withdrawn diplomatic relations with Russia over Syria, and I don't know if it goes much past that or not, but definitely over Syria. And do you think Russia and Syria are going to do anything? And Iran stop doing what they're doing? No way. It won't happen. We have diplomatic relations with Russia, but we've broken them off in a couple of areas. Looking at the 30-year, last rotate up stopped at 6, so 4 to 8 is number 1. 11 to 15, sell 1. 23, 27, sell 2. On the buy side, I think we're headed lower. We've rejected prices below 30, so 24, 28 is 1. 17 to 21 is buy 1. 5 to 9 is buy 2. And again, when Wall Street senses that Hillary is winning, the market can rally, and when like she's losing, it can sell. And there's no need to own. So again, the stock markets right now are still favoring a Hillary win. That's where their money is, and they're going to do everything in their power to make sure the stock market holds up into the election anyway. And they got a pretty good person in their back pocket in the Fed. But the system protects itself first, and then they come in and they clean up the mess if it has to be cleaned up. And the people that have grown wealthy off the largest of Washington, D.C., or in their contracts or having their businesses protected by Washington, they're not going to let that go. Not without a big fight. Okay, lower high, lower low on gold. F1 says lower tomorrow. Definitely a B on your F2 screen. So we had this spill from 17. We're at 14 right now. So last rotate up 15 to 17, sell 1. Very, very aggressive. 20, 22, sell 2. 5 to 7, buy 1. 113 even, 113.02, buy 2. The low volume number starts at 10. So it might take a 10 to get in. We'll just have to see. But right now it looks like it's ever so slowly lower. Crude oil is interesting. The more, actually, the talk around the edges is not very supportive for crude oil, but it didn't stop it from rallying back almost, 249. 49.02, I believe. So we're going to have a higher low and a higher high. I'm pretty sure the screen will favor buying, but we'll wait and see what we get. No need to guess if you don't have to. So higher low, higher high as we guessed. I know, well duh. Definitely a P, and it looks like we may have rejected prices above 48.85, so we'll just maybe higher in London. 75 to 49, sell 1. It's where resistance is. Then 49.50, 75 for sell 2. I think we're headed above 50, just because it's so close, and there'll be major stops above that. On the buy side, 48, 48 and a quarter. And then 47.50, 47.75. Now, if this market is really strong, London won't be able to take out and hold 48.50. That's what we can watch for overnight. The euro was lower off of stronger than forecast economic news this morning. So F1 and F2 should both, well, it's an inside day on F1 trading range. Been acting that way too, and we haven't had big movements either way. Definitely a B on the F2 screen. So got at least one sell left in it, so we're at 52, so 75, sell 1. The buck, sell 2. On the buy side, we'll make it 12.25, buy 1. And 112 even, buy 2. Now, if we can't crack that 40 area and it starts back up, we're going to have to pay up. We'll get 75 pretty quickly that way. And there's a low volume number at 1264. You all have a great evening. I will see you bright and early in the morning. Get out there and we'll shake that money tree again. I'm out of here.